At his new school, Tommy Riley becomes the favorite target of violent gang members who think he's weak and harmless. What they don't know is that Tommy secretly fights as an underground boxer, surviving brutal matches far more dangerous than anything at school. And the more the gangs push him, the closer they get to discovering who he really is. Teenager Tommy Riley moves to a crime-ridden neighborhood to live with his troubled father after a family tragedy forces them to start over. On his first day at a rough new school, Tommy is immediately targeted by local gang members who humiliate and threaten him in class. But tensions are temporarily stopped when teachers intervene. During recess, rival gangs clash in violent fights, revealing how dangerous the school really is. While Tommy tries to avoid trouble, his problems continue at home, where his father's gambling debts catch up to them. Armed debt collectors arrive at their house, warning that unless the overdue money is paid soon, things could turn deadly. That night, Tommy's father returns home and gently asks about his first day at school. But Tommy eventually admits that armed debt collectors had come looking for him. Filled with guilt over ruining their lives through gambling debts, his father promises to make things right after finding a better-paying job in another city, leaving Tommy to live on his own for a while. Wanting to ease the burden, Tommy takes a job as a dishwasher at a local diner, but trouble follows him there when the same school thugs show up looking for revenge. After enduring their insults and humiliation, Tommy finally snaps and fights back, taking down two of them before an unknown old man suddenly steps in and stops the fight. The mysterious old man reveals himself as Jack, a local boxing promoter impressed by Tommy's fighting spirit, and he offers him a chance to compete in illegal underground matches. After negotiating his pay from $600 to $1,250, Tommy accepts and is taken to a brutal fight club where trainer Noah warns him that there are no rules or fairness in the ring. Facing a ruthless fighter known as Black Death in his debut match, Tommy endures dirty attacks, including elbows and low blows ignored by the referee, but he refuses to back down. As the fight drags on, Black Death begins to tire, giving Tommy the opening to unleash a furious comeback and score a shocking victory that leaves the crowd stunned before erupting into cheers. If you are enjoying this recap, make sure to like the video. After his shocking underground victory, Tommy meets Jack's powerful boss, Mr. Horn, who offers him more fights after being impressed by his performance. Tommy initially refuses, insisting he only fought for quick cash, while Don warns him against getting deeper into the illegal boxing world. But everything changes when Horn reveals that the debt collectors threatening Tommy's family work for him, and that Tommy's father has fallen back into gambling, pushing his debt to $15,000. Seeing no other way out, Tommy agrees to become Horn's fighter to save his father. Later, while heading home, Tommy steps in to help his classmate Lincoln during a gang attack, forcing the two to run for their lives as the gang chases them through the streets. After escaping the gang chase, Tommy bonds with fellow fighter Lincoln, who reveals that, despite his young age, he already has a wife and children to support, which is why he risks his life in illegal boxing. Later that night, Tommy watches Lincoln overcome a much larger opponent in a brutal match, earning his respect. Curious about the dangerous world he's entered, Tommy visits Noah and learns the truth about Mr. Horn, a legendary former heavyweight champion who dominated boxing until a devastating leg injury ended his career. Once feared for brutally injuring an opponent in a rematch, Horn eventually retired from the ring and reinvented himself as a powerful underground fight promoter. As days pass, Tommy grows closer to Don after finally revealing that his family's debts forced him back into illegal boxing, and the two soon begin a romantic relationship. Life starts improving as Tommy trains daily with his new friends Romano and Lincoln, while building a sense of family among the fighters. But the underground world shows its darker side during one brutal match when Romano faces a weaker opponent named Shortcut. After being dominated for several rounds, Shortcut secretly uses a mysterious substance on his gloves, blurring Romano's vision and leaving him helpless as he savagely beats him in the ring. As Shortcut continues mercilessly beating the defenseless Romano, Tommy can no longer watch the brutality and slams the bell himself to force the fight to stop. But it's already too late, as Romano lies unconscious in the corner of the ring. Later, Tommy receives a strange phone call from his father, who pretends everything is normal while delaying his return home. The next day, Tommy visits Romano in the hospital and is devastated to learn that his friend has been declared brain dead. Fueled by anger and guilt, Tommy finally gets his chance for revenge when he is matched against Shortcut in the underground ring. Subscribe to the channel before watching ahead. When Tommy finally faces Shortcut in the ring, he's ready for the dirty tactics this time and catches his opponent trying to use the same poison trick that destroyed Romano. Fueled by revenge, Tommy fights back ruthlessly, landing illegal blows and overwhelming Shortcut with a brutal barrage of punches to win the match in the very first round. With Romano gone, Lincoln becomes Tommy's only close friend, but tragedy strikes again when Lincoln suddenly collapses during training. Doctors reveal that repeated blows to the head have caused serious brain damage, warning him to stay away from boxing for at least 60 days. But Horn has no intention of letting his fighter rest. Tommy is shocked to learn that Mr. Horn has canceled his scheduled match and instead plans to make him fight Lincoln, who willingly accepts despite suffering severe brain damage. Furious and terrified of losing another friend, Tommy begs both Lincoln and Horn to call off the fight, but Lincoln refuses, believing victory could earn him a shot at professional boxing. When the highly anticipated underground showdown finally begins, Lincoln attacks aggressively while Tommy refuses to hit him, even after being knocked down. Angered by the passive fight, Horn threatens Dawn to force Tommy into fighting seriously, but Tommy still avoids targeting Lincoln's head, choosing instead to attack only his body while desperately trying to convince his friend that Horn cares more about money than their lives. Despite Tommy's desperate pleas, Lincoln keeps attacking until Tommy finally tells him to give everything he has if money is all he wants. In that moment, Lincoln realizes Tommy is right. The fight should never have happened, and he quits mid-match, enraging the crowd and humiliating Horn. Furious at losing control, Horn storms into the ring and brutally punches Lincoln in the head when he refuses to keep fighting, knocking him out of the arena. Seeing his friend nearly killed, Tommy finally snaps and challenges Horn himself to a fight, proposing one final deal. If Tommy wins, his father's debt is erased, but if Horn wins, Tommy belongs to him forever. Horn accepts Tommy's challenge, but demands they fight bare-knuckled, relying on his experience as a former heavyweight champion to dominate and humiliate Tommy early in the match. But Tommy stays calm and studies Horn's weaknesses, deliberately taking punches to break Horn's fingers and provoking his anger to make him lose focus. Pretending his arm is broken, Tommy tricks Horn into lowering his guard before unleashing a devastating combination that knocks the former champion out cold. With Horn defeated, Tommy finally frees himself and his father from their crushing debts, and the film ends with Tommy celebrating his hard-earned victory alongside Lincoln and Dawn. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share this video with your friends so they can experience the story too.